Welcome back to Obscure Board Games. Let's kick 2022 into high gear. On your first few turns, place a new peg into the starting spot and then spin the spinner. Then turn the dial gear like a rotary phone in either direction up to the number that you spun. The gears all turn together, moving your pegs along with them. Your goal throughout the game is to move all of your pegs from gear to gear, starting with number 1 up to number 6 and finally onto the high gear. At the end of each turn, look at every peg on the board. If any of your pegs are aligned with a space on the next highest gear, move it forward. If any opponent's pegs are lined up, move them to the adjacent gear as well, whether it's to a higher or to a lower gear. If your pegs line up with a space on the next highest gear but another one of yours is already there, move it to the space on either side of it. If it lines up but an opponent's peg is already there, bump them back to start. If two of your opponent's pegs are lined up, swap them. Finally, when you spin the spinner, it will land on a section with one of 3 optional moves. If it lands on a number under take extra turn, take an extra turn. You can have up to 2. If it lands on hold clutch, you can choose to hold the red clutch and turn the dial gear normally. Holding the clutch frees the high gear and the white gears to move along with every other gear. If it lands on either turn high gear section, you can choose to spin the high gear up to the number you spun instead of the dial gear. Turning the high gear only moves the white gears. The first player to get all of their pegs onto the high gear wins.